So it's July, and I have just shy of 6 weeks off since I've put out my last video. The truth is, I'm actually pretty burnt out with casual commander and content creation in general. And it's something that I've been feeling for a while before I decided to take the break. So I've had some time away and sort of, stop putting out any content. And I guess my feelings haven't changed. So that's where we are. The TLDR is I'm going to stop making 90% of the EDH content that I currently make. So if you wanted to know what's up, you don't have to keep watching. But yeah, I've come to terms with the fact that I don't really identify with the connotations of the shared social experience that a lot of Commander players, a lot of EDH players are interested in. That board game style approach, I guess in the same way. For me, my idea of a shared social experience that's positive is, it still requires tight gameplay. It still requires you to have interaction and everyone trying their best to win. The only difference is that, we're having beers, we're having chats in the process. And, I don't mind the take back if you just sort of misinterpreted what was going on or something like that. But, it means that you're engaged with the game. It doesn't mean sitting around an LGS wasting your time. I love playing Magic, and I would play it literally every day, all day, if I could. And if you've met me in person or you've come to an LGS that I'm at, you probably know that that's true. It doesn't mean, though, that I want to fuck around and waste my time. I don't want to sit and play with players who aren't paying attention to the game state because, they're looking at their phone for 5 minutes between turns. And at the same time, the person who's in that insurmountable winning position and they just want to play with their food for 20 minutes and they don't want to actually win the game, or they make their decisions based on some kind of social desire, like I want to see what XYZ player's deck does as the reason for, or removing a piece that's going to stop a game-winning combo pretty obviously or something like that. I just think everyone's time is more valuable than that. And, I really want you to have fun with your deck. And I want your deck to do the thing that it's supposed to do. But I want you to respect that we're all here for recreation time and that the availability of this varies from person to person. And so I guess that's kind of the gripe that I'm having with Commander and whatnot as a format. I can even respect if, a player rocks up to the table and says something like, hey guys, I want to role play for this game. I just want to be a cunt and I am just going to play all of these absolutely awful cards and use really bad threat assessment, but it's intentionally doing that. I would be much more for that, even if I was just getting shit on personally for an hour for that game, than having, I guess, these really weird, arbitrary, games where, someone's just disengaged because, their Soul Ring and Mana Crypt got board wiped on turn 2. And so they spend all of that time mucking about. It's I think it's actually the nature of the format, in terms of if people are attributing longer games as better games as well, it perpetuates this problem. We're not going to be dialed into the game to the same extent after 2 hours as we are, 15 minutes into the game. But the last stream day where we played Casual Commander was actually the last time that I had a dedicated Casual Commander session. I play CEDH every week, but I've built so many casual decks over the last year, and I've taken them to the LGS and played maybe one game or something like that before Modern or before Legacy or something. But for the most part, it's just that's all I've managed. I would say I've had like a whole bunch of really medium experiences for that too. It's not been super great fun or anything like that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the format, I guess. As far as the channel's concerned, in June, I think it was last year, I tweeted because we just hit 100K views. So that's like really, I guess, a big milestone for any channel. I was really excited. And I guess like looking back on it, I can't believe that was only a year ago. It seemed like it would be longer than that. Yeah, I don't know. June this year, we hit about 750K. So you'd think that would be like huge growth and I should be like super stoked and everything like that. And I guess like I really was for a while. And in that time, the 1,000 subs that I had, or maybe even below 1,000 subs that I had, we went from 1,000 to 3,200, which is what we're at now. And, that's, I guess, happened off the back of, a lot of it's happened off the back of making shorts, and me investing considerable amounts more time into the channel. So, it's really been, shorts though have been like the big driver for that. And, unfortunately, it's not really resulted in any viewership improvements to any of my long form content. So basically, I've got 3 times the number of subs. You would think, 7 times the number of views, but it's just not converting to the actual content that I want you to see. I can put out a short and you watch it and that's great. It's like whatever. The time and energy that I put into the long form decks and the long form content is where I think I'm adding the value, and it's where I think that I do my best work, and that I would hope the audience would like the most. But I guess all of these shorts have sort of devolved the sub count into something of a vanity metric more than anything. And currently, I'm not making content for the money. The idea of transitioning away from the this is a spare time thing and moving into a part-time thing is, I guess, like a someday maybe kind of goal that I've thought about. I'm not like insanely keen to do that. I'm not crazy obsessed with that as like making it my life's mission, but that's something that I've thought about for quite a while. But with this disconnect that I'm sort of seeing, and I guess the last year of the sub count increasing, but views just sort of not improving. You're not making any money whatsoever from shorts until you hit millions of views, like literally millions of views, before you're starting to make any reasonable amount of cash. For a bit of behind the scenes, I've made 96 shorts in the last year, and I've published 96 of them, and I've not yet quite made $25 from that, which is like 500,000 views or something like that is where we're at across all of those shorts. So when I say I'm not making it for the money, I'm really not making it for the money. And I've definitely given it a red hot crack as far as the number of shorts that I've put out to, try and grow the channel in that respect. So yeah, there's some kind of disconnect, whether it's the algo, whether it's the type of content I'm putting out, I'm not sure. It's not really anyone else's problem to solve other than mine. But I guess I had hoped, and the goal was for those shorts that they were going to drive viewers to my long form content, and hopefully that they will stick around and get value out of all of that. The view to sub ratio and the number of views on it has remained the same. So basically it's doing nothing. So about a year ago, my sub to non-sub rate for watching videos was 95-5, so 5% of views on my channel are from subscribers. It's about the same. I think it might have increased very slightly from like 4.8 or 4.7 to 5 or 5.1, but basically the same number. No significant improvement or anything like that. And I guess that's kind of where we're at. Like the average click-through rate of all of my videos are, it's a slow process. They're gradually improving. So I know there's not been like some kind of decline in quality or anything like that as far as the platform is concerned. So whether you think my content has or not is like not, I guess, what I'm talking about. It's about the platform deciding or whatever. So I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Like I've got some content that I'm super proud of. Like I'm really, really proud of the long form video of Reliquary Tower. That took so much time, more than 20 hours to put together what is, 8 or 11 minutes worth of content. Excuse me. And even if it didn't catch on as much as I would like, I'm still really proud of that end product. I think it personifies what I'm trying to do as a channel the most. You know, even if it didn't catch on as much as I'd like, it's something like 4,000 subs, or 4,000 views or something like that. It would have been nice to sort of see a little bit more, in terms of people viewing it. So yeah, I guess, in truth, like most of the content that I've put out over the last year has kind of felt more like work, for the sake of the algorithm, rather than because, I've wanted to like specifically do this short or this deck tech or something like that, or I've identified that there's like a good amount of search volume around one thing, the reality is like, my most popular video ever for long form stuff is the new Lateral video. So I've actually got 2 videos on Lateral, but the truth is there are so many Lateral decks on the internet that there is not really that much innovation I can do from that. But because of the search volume, it's trumping everything else, in terms of the number of people watching it. And while I do appreciate that, like I really want to be putting in quality work, not popular work, I guess. So I'm going to stop. Moving forward, a lot of different things are going to be eating a dick. The new Secret Lair cards have cool artwork. That's cool. You can eat a dick. The new set's coming out. Frodo can climb up Mount Doom and eat a dick up there if he wants. Samwise, doesn't really matter whose. There's it's yesterday's news. Commander Masters is coming out in 2 days, so whatever. Your girlfriend or your boyfriend ate your dick, well, you need to eat a dick. I'm just not going to cover it for the sake of content anymore. It's just like, whatever. I'm going to continue my break for a little bit longer, but when I feel like I've got my mojo back, I'm probably going to do some more CDH stuff. I've done a little bit of that in the past. Definitely be doing more 7-point content. I've really found enjoyment out of those, and it's some of the worst performing stuff, but the truth is, like, if I'm not getting the results I want from the work being put into something, I'd rather put my work into something that is, or my time into the elements of this that I really enjoy a lot more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm probably going to branch out into other games too. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 4, a lot of Snap, but I play lots of games, and other card games, roguelikes, everything. And I've kind of put off, branching out into general gaming stuff for quite a while. But yeah, I guess the reality is, when we started the channel, I wasn't really sure what audience I was trying to attract, but it really was just like, I guess, mostly just me trying to make content that I think I would like, and learning how to do that in that process, and trying to sort of add value for people first and foremost. That's always kind of been the goal, is to add valuable content. And when you kind of look at like, all of the stuff that's really popular at the moment, it's kind of this, because of how much YouTube's pushing shorts, there's a lot of like antidote to boredom / like doom scrolling type stuff where, it's just like the top 5. Like I put out a video, the top 5 Phyrexian creatures that transform into sagas, as a bit of a joke. I don't think many people got it, but the whole point is that it's like there's only 5 of them. So, here's just some more information packaged in this quote unquote exciting kind of way. But yeah, I guess, maybe we'll do some more top 5 content. We've done some in the past. We can do like top 5 breakfast sandwiches that your mother and I tried, after date night or something like that. It could be good fun to do that. I don't know. Something that's, just going to be more, I guess, stimulating for myself as a content creator, but also, something that's going to hopefully add value rather than just be part of the news cycle, this perpetual hype machine. So I guess I really hope, jokes aside, there are people that have, watched the channel since the very first one, which was a long time ago, and really awful looking back at it from a production standpoint. And it's funny, I feel like I've grown so much myself, and as a brewer, and also as like a, someone who makes content. it's just funny going back and watching the first one, which is a Kinnan deck tech, where I was sort of confused about whether or not it was CEDH or not CEDH or whatever. It was pretty funny in that respect. But yeah, I know that there's some people that have been watching since the beginning, and I really do appreciate you guys most of all. It's interesting because I guess one of the big things with all of this is that I've not been able to find a way to connect with you guys and communicate and sort of have some kind of community. You know, I look at like, I get so many comments on videos and whatnot, but it's like, I don't recognize many of the individuals on there. So whether that's, you know, people cycling in and out or something else, I'm not sure, but yeah, I hope for all of you who've stuck around, you know, through all of the things that have gone on for the last few years here, you know, I really do appreciate that. And I really hope you find your deck techs and everything else that you're looking for, you know, somewhere else. And, you know, you can still say there's still going to be heaps of memes and everything like that. But yeah, thanks again. And yeah, bye for now.